out. Let's see how this goes. We are live, folks. We're live. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So we're going to get the stream up in there. Yes. So again, everybody, thanks for coming. We're doing some crazy stuff here. This is very experimental. If you don't know Pak as an artist, he is is a very experimental artist, and we are doing some experimental stuff. So we're actually here in Twitter Spaces. So I'd like to welcome you, everybody. My name is Decryptolorian, I should say. We're kind of doing the intro a little bit over because we are live on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. We're also live on Arium recording. We have Discord going, which is a Discord stream text chat. This is probably the most fun we've had in a while. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. So if you're joining us, jump into the Twitter space because that's where we're going to be talking. But if you don't have Twitter Spaces going, you can also join us on YouTube or any of those things that I mentioned before. But basically, this is crazy, crazy, crazy. So again, welcome everybody. Thanks for joining us. This is our we do this every month. So I just want to kind of explain what we do. So we partner with Eleanor Breezy, a fantastic person, fantastic curator, internationally famous as
come on, stop it.
always going to the. She is like at every single NFT event. You can't even believe it. It's crazy. But yeah, every month we actually curate artists from the vault, our whale vault, and we actually make a show and show you and showcase their work. So we definitely invite you to come hang out in the gallery. And with that, I'm going to have Eleonora introduce herself again. I'm going to have Rune introduce himself. If we have Cartoon around, we'll bring him up and have him introduce himself if he's feeling okay. If he's not, that's okay. But yeah, go ahead and take it away while I mess with all this craziness here.
Hi, hello everyone again. Yes, this is Eleonora. I am a crypto art curator for whatever that means. People keep asking what a art curator is, and many even more people are trying to define that. I think that it's pretty much like all the answers are pretty much bullshit. I don't know what an art curator is. I just try to have fun, follow my passion, which is very much to discover and talk and try to translate into an understandable language what our artists in the space are just want to deliver to the world. So I'm having so much fun, of course, with the Well community. We started to work together on this project since October. This is the first time that we do Twitter space together, and this craziness that this DC was describing. We started, with Xcopy. We had Giants One. We had curated themed art show in December. We had Hackatao. We had Brandon Dow's. We had a lot of money, and this month we are having Pak. So every month is like a surprise because you as you know, especially in the crypto art space, but I mean, artists are artists everywhere. Some of them feel comfortable to share about their art and their artistic practice in different ways. So sometimes, they feel more comfortable in doing written interviews. Sometimes they come to a video interview and they never stop talking. Some other times they draw an interview for you. And this time with Pak, it was difficult for evident reasons to get them to do an interview with us. And so I thought, okay, if they, I'm sure that they have many reasons for which they couldn't do this. I just want to say that they're very available. They answered our emails. We are in contact. It just didn't happen for the interview, and it's not a problem. And so I thought that what we could do is, why don't we do an interview for them? So I thought maybe I could organize like a survey, like questions to ask the community to answer, and then we can compile them together and be, in a nice document and send it to PAC as a gift. So I went through all the works that are collected in the vault. There are 13. There are more than 13, but it's we put works from the same collections together for the survey. So we have a total of 13 questions. And as usual, for each artwork, I either asked about what are your feelings about this work, or I just took some words from the title and reverted to ask a question, and then what is the message that you would like to leave to PAC? Do you want to tell them something? And so we let it circulate, and for now we got amazing answers, and it's always very interesting to see what the community feel, think, and wants to share about art. So this is the special take of this month. It's us speaking to PAC.
Man, that's awesome. Yeah, it's sorry, I'm just laughing because there's quite a bit going on here. So I'm actually running around the space right now. The space looks absolutely amazing. And Eleonora, yeah, I love this idea. So there is a survey, and we're gonna put that on the space so everyone can fill out. We put it a little bit earlier too, and we're actually going to submit that to PAC, right?
Yes, we're going to submit to them, and the survey is called a gift from the community to PAC. So as I explained, coming together as a community and having the chance to look at this art again, taking inspiration from there, and sharing feelings, thoughts about the art pieces, and really life. I was talking to Hakatao earlier, and I asked them, do you want to fill the survey? They said yes. I mean, why not? It's for the community. So we also have their answers, but we have answers from many people, and we will have even more. And now DC is showing, which you guys don't see on Twitter Space, but I'm sure that you will see in one of these other 100 places where we are streaming. He's showing the amazing space that, as every month, the whale community created, and Ron will tell you more about this on Arium platform. Again, the art pieces by PAC it was like I felt blessed every day to look at that, to try to not even analyze them, trying just to go to look for those little info that PAC gives you to understand, and get it documented about everything from the pixel to the pieces that we have here displayed. It's just a journey, from the pieces from the collection, where if you click with the mouse, you see what's inside. It's insane. It is very insane. But in this insanity, though, I sat for a long time to try to write a curatorial text. And I was like, I have to find something, this PAC's art is something more. It's one of the few artists who are really playing with the technology, meaning that the technology is embedded. It is part of the art piece. There are not many artists right now in the space doing that. I am sure, and I hope that in the future there will be more. That's what I am waiting for. But for now, Pak's art pieces, I mean, obviously they started their path a long time ago before the blockchain. I found this quote from 2014, which say, am I a man dreaming I'm a butterfly, or a butterfly dreaming I'm a man? From this video, Butterfly Messiah, that Pak created this piece. So they started a long time ago, but obviously when the blockchain came into the game, they started to experiment with the blockchain and really trying to show us what is possible with this tool. So there's no art pieces existing outside of the technology really with Pak. And so I really, and also I found, but I didn't want to like fall in the trap of only thinking about the technology that is used, if it makes sense. You know, it's like there's a lot of technology, there's a lot of like unrevealed things that they're going to unveil during time. If you're a collector, you buy a piece today, you're gonna know what you bought probably in a month. And there is a lot of like mental, they're really playing with our mind, push us to think about what's going on, provoke and everything. But also there is this, which is not separable, but there is this aesthetic and art part, which is amazing. It's perfect harmony, clean, clear, simple, minimal. It's like these pieces are the compression of everything in the right, which is what it did with the pixel, for instance, like compressing everything in this pixel, which is the smallest space, like the smallest creative space that you can find. So I try to think about all the sides of this art. And so obviously, you know, like we see even in the pieces collected in the vault, we talk about creation process, the universe, their love for space and space travel, like life, infinity, the energy, and then again like geometry, forms, movement, in this perfect and balanced movement and forms that they use, and singularity, really, it's really like breathtaking. It's really like mind blowing to go through all this art. And what I was thinking is, okay, we really like it's like something happened, you know, Pak, I think that the influence in the space is huge. It's something that you cannot pretend that it's not there. And so I thought, you know, it's almost like we were like taken into this new, we were affected by this new phenomenon, which is not like the butterfly effect, but I think that we could call it like the Pak effect. You know, right? Like where there's like for everything that they do, there is a consequence as the butterfly effect, but it is a very specific, recognizable, unmistakable style, approach to art, approach to technology, approach to life, approach to everything. I think that everyone could recognize a piece by Pak. So yes, and then together with the curatorial text, we did the survey that we were talking about earlier, and then later I would like to read some answers that we got from the community, because it's very interesting and fun.
Yeah, that'd be fed. I mean, that's going to be amazing that we could do some interaction and everything with the survey. You know, just to reset the room a little bit. I know we have some new listeners, so we're live here at the Arium space. We're doing a what we would call a Well X Breezy. It's a vault curation and gallery. We're actually have a Arium gallery live right now. You could jump in if you have your computer. I know most of you are listening on your phone, but you could actually jump in the gallery anytime. and check it out. It is quite amazing. And we are celebrating everything Pak. One of the things that I found interesting about Pak, Eleonora, is they're designed. You're 100% right when you say they use the technology to the kind of the extreme, right? They're always pushing the boundaries, and that's actually what we're trying to accomplish here today by having all these technologies kind of mixing together. So again, we're on YouTube, we're on Twitch, we're on Twitter twice. So we're doing the Twitter space and we're doing a live stream into Twitter, which is just ridiculous. And we're in Discord. So we're actually interacting with the community in Discord too. So it's just, it's quite insane. But we're having a great time. And, what I found interesting about the pieces is, even the simplest piece. So they have like a piece called click to transmute, I believe it is.
Yeah.
And it basically, you literally click on the art and then it changes into something else. And that is using the technology, right? So the technology of clicking is the mouse. And when we do it, we click so much. We don't even realize we're clicking all the time. We're clicking buttons, input devices, we call them in the IT industry. And we don't even realize that we're doing that. So I always found that interesting. So it's a way to interact with the viewer of the art. So it's the artist interacting with us. And I found that so interesting. And it seems to me like there's so many pieces of Paks that have that interaction. And I always talk about that at the spaces that we have, is the engagement with your, if you're an artist or a photographer or whatever, the engagement with your collectors and the people that are just enjoying it. And I think that Pak has found a way, even though we don't know who Pak is, I think that Pak has found a way to do that and also be anonymous, and it's just fun.
Yeah, it's probably one of the few cases where this anonymous thing is his art and their art and their influence is so big that the factor of anonymity is almost like we don't, you don't even notice that. And it's very rare because the anonymity plays very well for like for the hype. We know that, right? But it is so much bigger than that for the whole month when I was doing this, I didn't even think about that. It's if that, if it sounds reasonable, it doesn't matter. We really don't need to know who they are. We're already too busy to understand what they're trying to do. They're trying to do. Like so difficult and complicated. No, but even like, for instance, Pak like asking you to burn the pieces that you bought from them, and then you're like, okay, if I burn it, I'm gonna get this. So, but when I bought it, was it really worth for me to buy it, or why did I buy it? It's a constant questioning ourselves through these pieces and these little games that they play with us. It's a constant like provoking, okay, now burn it. Or the pieces like with the title, where the title is the value. So the piece, it's like it's the same artwork and only the title is different. And then you have one of the pieces, of the same piece called unsold. The title is unsold, and they don't sell that one. Or it is very sometimes too tricky. But again, what I want to highlight here is that when we talk about geniuses, obviously it can't only be that. It can't only be the games that they're playing, or it can't only be the use of technology. It can't only be the aesthetic. The thing is that everything is there. That's where the genius comes up, right? So say that we don't know anything about what's behind the artworks by Pak. It doesn't matter. If you look at it, you already fulfilled the artistic role of an art piece is already fulfilled. And then there is the social role that they play with all these games. And then there is the like development and advancement and innovation role that they play through technology. So it's much more than any single part. Someone gets interested because of the game, someone gets interested because of the technology, someone gets interested because of the beauty really of, look at that, these pieces, like the perfection of these pieces. But when you're able to see it in a whole, that's where I think that's where the real value is. It's just very balanced done.
Yeah. Oh, wait, hey, hang on. Rune, unmute yourself in StreamYard.
See, this is part of the new thing. I have to unmute myself in 2 different spots.
That's right. That's right. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Thank you. Wow, this is new and exciting. No, by the way, my name is Rune. I work with DC and Eleonora and Cartoon and some others within the art and photography team at Whale. And what someone had made mention in the Discord, something that is actually quite telling when it comes to like anonymity and being out there. But it was that it's much better, and this is from Heather, it's much better for people to just appreciate the art for what it is and have ideas about who the artist is. And while that's there's people that choose to show themselves, that's also a great way to look at it. Pak, when I first joined the space, one of my introductions to Pak was the fact that the Whale logo was created by Pak. And then, seeing other pieces that Whale Shark was talking about that we had in the vault, I was just blown away. And so, taking a look at the space and the art that that's created, and don't mind me, if you are in Arium, you'll see me flying around taking screenshots and stuff to throw out on Twitter. So tag yourself if you see yourself. The space we wanted to make was minimal, but at the same time interesting and experimental, just like we've said, and even with this stream, we are experimenting ourselves. So when we get into the nitty-gritty of the space, I'll go over some of the more intricate details as to why we did what we did and why we made what we made. So, but I had to cut in and say what Heather had said, because it really definitely spoke to me.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's appreciating the art for the art, and it's interesting the whole thing that's just being created, because a lot of people are having these conversations like, how can I engage with people? How can I get my name out there? How could I do this? And we don't know. We don't know Pop. We don't know anything about them really, except and and I think one of the points that I've said many times is that we don't need to know who you are, but we need to know that you're here. And I think that that's the most interesting thing about POC. They've been here for a while, and they're consistent, right? They're consistent with everything that they do. They continue to try to push the envelope, whether it be with a conversation on Twitter that sparks controversy, or whether it be with a piece of art that has controversy. They're continually trying to up their game. I know that one of the things they just came out with was merge, which is a very interesting concept. So, they sold a huge edition, and this is another topic that's on a lot of artists and photographers' minds. How many editions can I put out there? And so they kind of did something different. They put out a huge edition size, which is not something that people are excited about usually in the NFT world. And they said, okay, we're going to have the technology where you can merge them and you can create a bigger piece. And then if someone wanted to come in and accumulate all of these things and then merge them together, and then it's going to turn into something that we don't know, And so the speculation behind that and the technology is really cool. And you're kind of burning that, that one of one that you have of this. It's just a ball,
Yeah, I think today they wrote good merging instead of good morning.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So it's just like it's just wild. I mean, and we, I think that we found out. I think we've seen a few examples of what it could turn into, and it's really really cool. And that's as a collector, it's like, okay, I bought this ball, or maybe I bought 20 of these balls, and then I'm gonna burn them, and it's gonna turn into a diamond maybe in the future. And I think that's part of, like, you get to talk, you get to interact with art, you get to talk about with your friends, like, what is this going to be? I don't know. You get to speculate on it. And the reason why Pac could do that, going back to my original point, is because you know that Pac is here. You know that they're a part of the space. Even though we don't know who they are, we know that they're here, and we know that they're participating. So that, to me, feels good as a collector, that yeah, I'm gonna definitely invest in Pac, because I think whatever they're doing is really cool, and I want to see what they can do next. And that's what's so cool about the artist in general.
Yes, they're pushing the space, and it's very in this time where I don't know, like the creation of bridges is always good when you have the merging of two different worlds, like the art world, the crypto art space, art and technology. Of course, it's good. We have been trying to merge this world since forever, but then it's also a time where everyone feels more comfortable. For instance, like the art world, because they finally could like enter the space, and the crypto art space because artists are very happy. And it's true, like to be part of like more it's not more traditional, but to be recognized from the art world. And in these specific times in history, those who keep pushing are very few, because everyone is concentrated to be recognized. And it's not a fault or something bad, but you still need someone who's there to keep pushing. And I think that they are. And I also know from people who know them better than I do, that the fact that probably we couldn't do the interview or something more say personally related is just because they're up to something bigger. That's what you always hear about, that they're up to something very big. They can't do it now. So, and again, I want to repeat what I was saying. Like, I agree with the anonymity. I think that in the Pac, in this case, even if like, it's probably even not that difficult to know who they are. Like, apparently, there are these stories, oh, they appear to a conference, it's him, it was him. But we don't even care. Like, nobody cares, because what they are creating is bigger than that. So that is very cool, and it's very rare, because sometimes anonymity just plays hype, not only because you don't care about who the artist is, but you care about their art, but because sometimes it's used as marketing. And in this case, it's not, because what they create is bigger. So if you want to see, we can explain the survey again a little for those who tune right now, and we can start reading some answers.
Yeah, absolutely. So I am going to post the survey to the Twitter space here, and Eleonora, take it away.
Yes, please fill this survey. This is, again, for those who tune now. We just each month is the way that we interact with different artists is very different. Why? Because everyone is different, and everyone feels comfortable in participating with the curation of the vault in different ways. We love all of them. Sometimes it's like it's a written interview. Sometimes it's a very long talk. Sometimes, we had Hakatao drawing for us. And this time it was impossible to interview or getting like a written interview with Pac. So what we thought is that we would, we could almost like do like an interview, all of us, the community, for them. So I thought about creating this survey, which is about 13 questions, which are the pieces that are collected in the vault. And for each piece, there is a question. Some of them is, just ask you like about what are your feelings about Pak's art? How do you feel when you look at their pieces? And some others like leave your message to Pak. So I would just like to read the questions with some answers, because we got some pretty good answers for now, but please fill the survey wherever you find it, which is on Twitter, on Discord, and because we will compile and put together all the answers and like create this special document, which will be a community gift for Pak. So we will it's a homage that we want to do for Pak and tell them what we think and we feel about their art. So for instance, the first question was Pak's art often causes conflict in our minds, and this is for an art piece which is called Internal Conflict from 2020, collected in the vault. For instance, like, do I keep my work or burn it? That's which is what I was talking about earlier. Is this just a pixel, or it is the compression of everything? Does a title have zero value, or it is itself value? But then the shapes, the form, the colors, and the movement exist in this perfect harmony. It's like in peace. So the question was, do you feel more conflicted or peaceful when looking at Pak's artworks? For now, we have like a 70% who answer peaceful and a 30% who answer conflicted. This is very interesting because when I was writing this question, it really is like that. I mean, how can someone feel peaceful when you have to, it's cracking your brain, these artworks. But then you look at the artworks and all of a sudden it's just harmony. So it's very interesting to see like which is the, like the stronger part in each of us. Second question was also related to the artwork X by Pak 2020. One single day of infinite existence, when value defined by demand reversed. It is this. It reversed the meaning of value by demand. And the question was, what is value in 3 words? So I have many answers here. So 3 words for value. I have rules by principles, perception, awareness, connection. Now these are very like, that invokes interest, or trust, loyalty, love. So someone gave like 3 words and someone gave like a sentence of 3 words. I got what kills want, art, beauty, universality, fulfillment of self, something you give, worth, reward, cherish, and many others that you will be able to see when we'll publish the results of the survey. And then another question from an artwork titled Trapped is, NFTs, algorithms, AI, code, are we trapped in the technology or freeing ourselves? Here I have an 80% of freeing ourselves and 20% trapped. So we have someone thinking that we are in a big trap. And then, for instance, for the 4th question, but I still feel missing, name one thing that helps you find yourself back. I have a mirror, I have nature, I have time, love, creativity, I have books, I have the feeling of wind on my face, and many more. And then we have the piece which is called Countdown. for what? And I asked, time measurement is artificial. Countdowns don't exist, but we are still dependent on them. Name one thing you wish we wouldn't have a countdown for. Death, life, New Year's Eve. This is cool. The time until my son leaves my home.
Oh, okay.
I have life and that quite a few times. Exams.
Exams. Wow.
Yes. This is very, I mean, seriously, you see, you could spend the day to read people's answers. It's so cool to see what they think.
So I got one for you. What would you pick?
I picked death.
Yeah, death. Yeah.
Yeah. Because yesterday I simulated the survey and I wrote death.
Yeah, it's the concept of time is definitely depressing. That's for sure.
Yes, I mean countdown. I wish I wrote the New Year's Eve, which is better, you know. But okay, then we have the question is click to leave for the collection that you were talking about, the collection where you click and like this, basically like the work is unveiling. You see what's inside or behind the work. Are you living or just surviving? I have a 70% living and 30% surviving. And then I have the Halo, also from 2020, which is it's the how do you call it? Not the skeleton. How do you call it? The skull.
Yeah, the skull.
The skull. And then I asked, is it the beginning or the end of everything? And again, I have like 81% the beginning and 19% the end. I answered the end. This is very interesting because you have like a skull. Do you see it as like you see like the end of everything, or you see like the origin, like where everything will start from? And apparently many people sees it at the beginning.
Yeah. You know what? I'm curious. Do we want to bring up a few people to ask some of these questions?
That would be great.
Hey, if anyone wants to jump up, so I'm sharing my screen, and again, so
where
absolutely crazy stuff. So we're on YouTube, we're on Twitch, we're on Twitter. We have this live streaming. We're sharing our screen here. We're actually looking at the survey right now.
Okay.
So if you're interested in the Twitter space, if you're interested in coming up and answering a few of these questions live, we'd love to have you. So just raise your hand. We'll get you up on stage. And if not, that's fine. But be brave. Come answer some questions. What do you think, Eleanor? What is this? Looking at the Holo, is this the beginning or the end?
I answered the end.
You answered the end?
Yeah.
I'm looking at this, and if you're not looking at the survey right now, folks, it's basically a skull, and there is it's like a side of it, like the middle of it is kind of cut out. It's like just like a streak right through the middle of it, going is it horizontally?
Yeah.
And so I don't know. It's hard to say.
Well, I think that the title. Sorry.
No. What I was going to say is, with the title of the Holo, and the way that it moves down, I said actually the beginning because it reminds me. This is weird, but it reminds me of a 3D printer printing a skull, and that's the beginning of us, like being 3D printed. I know it's strange, but that's literally what comes to my mind immediately, is building it layer by layer.
That is exactly the opposite of what I thought from the title, because like the Holo also means it's like it's empty. It's emptiness.
Yes, I agree with you too. Yeah.
And so I thought, but you see, well, this is very, this I guess this is just Pak.
This is the reason why it's art.
That's right. So I'm going to bring up, so we have 24 Chicken coming up. Just want to remind you that we are doing a space. If there is any shilling, so we have one rule, don't shill, especially. So we are keeping on topic, and we will ask you this question and then, a few other questions. And then, we'll have some fun. We'll see what you're taking on as this. I think it might be the beginning. Personally, it looks like you're trying 24 Chicken. It's looking like it's trying to connect, but in the meantime, why don't we move on to the next question while they're loading, and then we'll
and also 21st you can answer the survey. So I have the answers.
Okay.
Nice. So if he or she can't come up later, we can just read the answers if they want to. Then I have the Prometheus, of course. Okay, so what do you think about when you look at this work? This is the moon, silent force, unobtainable inner tranquility, a hidden Mecca, surfaces and how they interact in a different realm, exploration, mystery, peace and awe. This is my favorite piece. Harmony, a promising speck but of perfection, hope in a space of distortion, irregularity, and oddness that seems to be the norm. Egg in bed, heaviness. A water bead sitting in flower, waiting to be mixed into its next existence. Moon landing, but a moon made of white sugar candy. Santiago Calatrava. I can share an image if you like. Swallowed, beginnings, peacefulness. Ooh. Explosion, implosion. What it's be like if the massive space object that will inevitably one day smash into this planet, erasing whatever life is still alive, again, would just stay home and comfortable in bed. Maya fluidity, etc. So what are you guys thinking about when you see the Prometheus piece?
So I'm the one who said it's my favorite piece. This after building this and after seeing building this gallery and seeing these pieces, this was one of the first pieces that I saw of Pox, and I absolutely love this one, and that's the reason I chose it for the visual that is sent out for the Twitter space, and I kind of put it in a position of prominence within the gallery. That's my little bias there, but I love this piece of Pox, and so it just, to me, it brings peace, but also a sense of what happened before. So just like someone else had said, something smashing into like the earth or whatever, it's almost like this definitely is not from here. What is it? What was it like before this? And at the same time, beautiful.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. 24 Chicken, you are now loaded and ready to speak. Tell us what you think about Prometheus. Hello.
Hello.
Perspectives on each work of art like that. The first one would be the ball of the sphere coming down to the earth, and then the other one would be budding from the earth or from the platform itself. So I kind of felt that the latter one felt more resonating with me. It resonated with me more rather because the way I found it was if you look at the things or the structure around the sphere, everything just seems to be bland. Everything just seemed to be distorted, irregular, and kind of imperfect. However, out of the land, something came forth, something a bit more beautiful, something a bit more perfect. So it kind of symbolized like potpourri that despite everything that's regular, everything that seems to be trash or distorted, something beautiful could still come out of it. And that's how I saw this specific art.
Wow, that's fantastic. So you got to hear this because I think everyone will laugh. But so I just took my earphone from my phone and actually ported it over to so everybody on YouTube can go and check that out. So you were speaking through the Twitter space, through my earphone, and it went into YouTube. That is I wanted everyone to hear that. It's fantastic perspective. I love it. It's fantastic. And yeah, I totally get that. I totally see that with this piece. It's like this perfect shape. The shadows are absolutely brilliant in this, and it's everything around it is kind of distorted, but that perfect shape just gives you that feeling like it was here before. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, very, very nice take. I think, I mean, this is already a gift to Pak, and the fact that like we can be here for like an hour discussing about art pieces with the opinions of all these people is just I think that is just very amazing. I'm very happy about this. If you want to go to the next work, which is the super rare, I just asked like to name 3 things that for you are super rare, because we often we often think about these images as the platform really, but I mean super rare took a lot from like just these 2 words put together. So what are 3 things that for you are super rare? I had integrity, dream enabler, sense of magic, 10 sigmas, family DNA, soul, peace, purpose, answers. I had, of course, health, meaning, love, passion, clarity of thought, conviction, perspective, connecting the viewer to a unique idea or emotion, transformation, mutation of objects. And then I got time, and time. Originality, authenticity, diary, friendship, trust, freedom, good friends that I can trust, my redacted magazine collection, my sneakers. It's so cool. Balance, deceleration, contentment. I mean, I have so many. True friends. Okay, what are the friends? Friendship, true friends is very it comes up very often. True friends, worthwhile online debates. Okay, that's good. A day with no obligations where I feel alert, happy, and worried, and like I'm doing what I'm supposed to. Truth, pure soul, kindred, ingenuity, boundless perception, time, living, and love. Love, friendship, and humility, etc. And then we have, okay, this didn't go very well. So you guys didn't read my curatorial text, which is bad.
Hey.
So the question about the R12 was, riddle me this, obviously taken from the Batman movie. Riddle me this, read the curatorial text, and how is the new phenomenon that lately has been affecting the world called? Obviously, it was the Pak effect that I explained. But no, and no. I had only 2, the Pak effect. And I got I can say this. So I was talking to Hakatao for the survey, and so I didn't suggest the answer to this, and so I sent them the curatorial text. But this is the mind of artists. The mind of artists is complicated, and so I sent the curatorial text to find the answer, and then they wrote the butterfly effect. I was like, no, that's like, oh, because the Pak effect was too easy. No, that was the difficult one. It's like, yeah. It's like, that was a little too easy for me. Yeah, so why you didn't write it? So I got the butterfly effect from Akata. But they read it. I got, no, but this is still good though. So like, what is this phenomenon that we've been affected lately? I got good question, man waves, NFTs, shortage, information overload, greed, pandemic, the circus of creation, new fungible technology, apocalypse, the tradition sense to unveil or uncover. I got 2 butterfly effects actually. Mayan, good, or Corona? I didn't really understand the question. I also got this. Decentralization, control. So it's still nice to see how people think, I mean, what people think about the last phenomenon that we were hit by. And then we have the terminus one. The question is, the piece, the question is, where do you imagine the terminus of humanity to be? Yeah, these are good answers. I got at the start of a superior era. And I love this, on a chromosome.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and where it's at, I got a good question. Point of origin, in the stars, heaven, and then I got on a server. And then I got in crypto voxels.
Oh, wow, okay.
Fiction and resistance, the fire brings ideas and concepts together. Under the cloud, when and where there is not good people left. Frontal lobe.
Okay.
No one knows. Humanity can implode on itself in wars and hate. It's good because someone sees the terminus in a like positive place, and some others see it in the negative, in a negative place.
In a dark place, yeah.
Yeah. Like ignorance. AI loop.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, greed and power lead to irreversible conflict and war. As you can see, I just want to highlight that in real, like true Pak style, where really all the pieces should be called conflicted, we have like complete opposite answers to the pieces, which is very fascinating.
Yeah, and let's talk about that for a second, because honestly, this is exactly what the Pak is all about, right? It really does inspire you to think about the art and really develop your own sense of it. And as you can see from the answers, I mean, this is exactly what the art is, right? Everyone has a different idea of what this is, so it's really interesting.
Yes, and also it happens when the artist doesn't try too hard to deliver a message for you. This happens when the artist just put put art there, and it's for you really. But many times it's always for the viewer, of course, to interpret. But sometimes the message is so clearly meant for you to think a certain thing that it's not possible. But here, obviously, it really is the opposite. In fact, it get like Pak goes so deep into this that even like each art piece causes conflict already in you. So actually, the message is that you have to feel you have to feel debate kind of feeling. Wow. So that's how I feel about the pieces.
Yeah.
And then we have the last question, which was like about like leaving a message for Pak. So Pak taking us to the clouds. You have 2 E's because my keyboard is broken, but I got a new computer. I got a new one. It's coming. To the origins, the universe, the energy, the matter, geometry, forms, and movement, to everything. If you could leave your brief message to Pak, what would that be? That's very, very nice. So from La Paix Mignon asking for a collaboration. No, but but joke aside, I am a true admirer of Pak's work, pushing the boundary of technology as an art performance, making people believe a true achievement as the best of humanity. And then I got begin at the beginning and go on till you come to the end, then stop, which is a quote. And then thank you for being you. Thank you, Pak, for everything. The journey has been amazing, and we continue onwards together. Keep doing you, but add some blue. Where is the path to infinity? Thank you for what?
Wait, did somebody say keep doing you, but add some blue?
Yeah, keep doing you, but add some blue. Because it was this monochrome, white and gray and black. And then thank you for providing beauty in simplicity. And then I got a thank you. And then I got this message: your works have given me mixed emotions of profound confusion and unquenchable curiosity, accompanied by countless assumptions on what could it be. Up to now, I don't understand your thought process is to your art, and I don't want to know. I love the feeling of mystery. If there's anything that I wish to not understand, that is you and your work. But I do love the journey of joining you and critiquing your work. You give the feeling of sureness and doubt, which is a super rare emotion that I feel at the same time, which
Wow.
I agree with.
Wow.
And then I once watched a show in the late 90s and early 2000 where a man said, the beauty of anything is never figuring it out and leaving yourself to be curious. Finding the answer kills all joy or curiosity. And then I have visited all the museums in the capital of my city, Manila, Philippines, and those near it as budget limits, but never have I experienced the joy of being puzzled by what you see. I can't afford art, but getting access to view your art and new releases have always been something to look forward to every day. These messages to Pak are pretty amazing.
Wow. That is, man. Keep going. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that was awesome.
It's fine. You can comment.
I like that last one. That last one that you read was really good because it's true. I mean, I can't afford half all of these pieces or even a lot of other pieces, but I really enjoy looking at them and being able to see them and interact with them is really awesome, especially in a space like this. And thanks, Arium, for that.
Yeah, it's accessibility of digital art, digital space, and more than that, even Pak giving you the interactivity. So it's even more. It's accessible and it's interactive. So even if you don't own it, it doesn't matter. It still causes debate, and it's accessible. Then I got this is Fanny. I know who this is. Be gentle on your collectors. Not everybody has time to decipher everything. She's like, yeah, I have too many deadlines and work and jobs for that, but I love him. Can you please fill me in and let me understand is another answer. And then I got this. Let's see if you understand who this answer is from. Hack the Pack.
I think I know who that is.
So Hack the Pack, keep creating. Thank you for creating. When time is no more, what becomes of the watch?
Oh, wow.
Wow. Thank you for provoking us to look outside of our self-made experiential constructs. That is true. Thank you for sharing and letting me be influenced and moved by your work. Your art makes me feel in harmony with the whole world. And then I got an answer, I am too, which I don't know what that means. It's like, if you could ever leave your message to Pak, what would that be? I am too. Probably they're declaring themselves to be Pak.
Okay. That might have been Pak. It might have been Pak.
Maybe. And then thank you for your work. You both delight people and made them anxious. You see, that's exactly what I meant when I was talking earlier. You both delight people and made them anxious. You play with the building blocks of art, markets, narrative, value, and hype. You make people think about the things they're doing and enacting when they buy, evaluate, sell, appreciate, or don't the message escape because I keep receiving answers. Wait, sorry, it moved. Okay, enacting people when they buy, evaluate, sell, appreciate all art, but which they can usually not have to think about. You are the universe. Once again, if we collide, collision mark deep. Where and when does the all begin and end? So much love and gratitude for you. Words cannot explain. You rock this space, and I love the complexity and ambiguity hidden within your minimalist pieces. Allowing so many interpretations is the key to great art. Enjoy this moment. We found each other again. Oh, and so many more coming. So my list keeps moving because I have new answers coming, which is good. But yeah, I mean, this gave you an idea. I'm so happy about this. These people participating.
Oh man, it's fantastic, and honestly, and you know, it's wow, that hour went by really fast.
Yeah.
So you know, just want to let everyone know again, we're doing something very experimental here. We've added a lot of new stuff to what we usually do. We're actually on Twitter Spaces, we're on YouTube, we're on Twitch, we're on Twitter. We're streaming this live. You could see my screen if you were there. You could see the gallery, which is pretty awesome. You could jump in the gallery yourself and go walk around. So there is a link on the spaces here. And also, this is a survey that we've done, and I think it was very, very fun, Eleonora. I think next time we have to keep doing this. I think the survey is fantastic, and you know what? I want to bring people up on stage and have them answer it live more next time, because I think that would be pretty amazing. But honestly, having everyone here and listen to this and then kind of see the pieces as we go through, I think that's really cool. I think this is really cool, and hearing the responses. What do you think?
You who? You Eleonora? You rude?
Yes, Eleonora.
No, I love it. But every time that obviously that the community is involved, I'm very excited, and I think that you could see it from my all the messages that I have been sent. We have to pause this because when it comes to community and people participating, I get very, very excited. I am curious. I think that the work was worth to be done if I get answers from people, so I can learn more. And even if you can give something back to an artist who gave so much, created a whole community, it's just I see the sense in that, and that makes me happy. That's what I have to say.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you first started talking, I actually thought you were answering like Pak, but no, I think this is the type of experience that we'd like people to have. I mean, this is it's very interactive, and we want people to be looking at the art, thinking about the art, commenting about the art, describing it for themselves, talking to the artists, etc. And I think I think we nailed it. I think we have a few weird technical things to work out in this type of setup, but I'm I'm open to doing it again.
Yeah, I'm open to doing it again too. But if like someone, since we are talking, I mean, we are presenting technology every time, and we are forced to do it with 1,000 devices because there's no one that allows you to do it like on Twitter with the video. How do you think that we're gonna talk about art without seeing the art? So again, Twitter, if you are connected, we need a video on the space, so we can show like what we're talking about. Otherwise we will keep doing this, which is fine. Only the problem is when people come to the stage, they're not like, it's not possible to hear them on the StreamYard. So that's the only thing. But in case of not new inventions about this, we'll keep doing this format, which was very, 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 very fun.
Very, very fun. And before we take off here, Rune, I'd like you to spend a few seconds. Oh, I think your audio is.
What?
Yeah. Your audio is repeating a little bit, but if you could spend a few seconds talking about the space, and then and then we'll let everyone go. But I do want everyone, if you could, jump in and fill out that form, because we will be sharing that with Pak, and just telling them about the work, and like we said before, we are in contact with them. We have talked to them about the space. They've seen it. They love it. They really like it. Rune, take it away. Tell us how you made the space, because it's probably I want to say it's one of our best for sure.
So yeah, and I'm sorry, I literally have two different mics. No, I'm fine. I just have literally like two separate mics. So this is, we got to work this one out. But anyway, so I do want to go over a little bit about the space. We wanted to keep it as minimalistic as possible, but also, like we said, experimental, something brand new. And I do like Nightmare's face right there on your screen. But so being experimental and minimalistic, we decided, Cartoon and I, that we wanted to make this space fun. And so what you're looking at right now is just like a little model of the solar system. It's not to scale, it's not perfect, so it just has a central space with a bunch of other objects floating around it. And we kind of thought, okay, we envisioned Pak as being in the middle and the ideas floating around, but it's not confined to just the top. So if you look around, you'll see other squares floating around, coming down here and there, different sizes, different shapes, and that's just to help portray thoughts that are either fleeting and or have not yet been discovered for Pak. We also added a ball that's rotating around the space, and it has a little sliver taken out of it because it's not whole, it's not complete, but it's just revolving around and around in an endless loop, and that showcases just the mind always thinking. And while not whole, it's always coming up with new thoughts, so it'll never be whole. And that's not a bad thing. It's actually a really good thing. It means you're always learning. And we also added a little homage to one of their pieces with the cone in the background that's static. It's kind of ominous. It's just there. And we like that out in the distance because of the fact that it just proves and shows that we're not necessarily alone in this. There is someone always watching, or something always watching, and we like to think that as the fans of NFT art and NFT artists as a whole. So we hope you enjoy this. Cartoon and I spent a lot of time building space and but we also had a lot of fun doing it. Literally took the entire this entire month to nail it, but I think I'm very happy with how it turned out.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing, and I even though we don't hear Pak's voice, I know that they absolutely love it because it is it's a work of art in itself. Wow, I'm just looking at some squares that are going in and out of the water, the reflective water, and it's quite something. Yeah, it's an absolutely beautiful space.
Thank you.
It's very beautiful. The space is amazing. These floating elements are amazing. The pieces are amazing. We had a blast doing
Yes,
this
definitely.
month.
Yeah,
Really,
it's fun.
Oh man. So yeah, everybody, thank you for coming. This is fantastic. Thanks for experimenting with us. We did not break Twitter, which I thought we would. So so we're really happy about that. Again, this is something that we do every month. So we pick artists from our vault. We basically, grab all the pieces, create an Arium space. As you can see, it's really awesome. We have other spaces that you could go look at using this cool little portal over here. I know some of you aren't really looking at my screen, but yeah, I feel free to jump in the space. There is a link to it, and there is a portal that takes you to all the spaces that we've made and all the artists, etc. Come check it out every month. It's fantastic. It's good. We also encourage that if you want to do something, Arium's a really, really cool place. So if you want to do like a walkthrough, with like a gallery walkthrough, or even just come and do a meeting inside Arium, you can. So you could use your microphone, you could have your camera on, etc., and you could walk around and do that. So please use our spaces. They are open to the public, and you can use them anytime. Go have some fun, and there is links on the Well Discord. But yeah, again, we do this every month. It's really fun, and I don't know who our next artist is going to be, but we're gonna pick one pretty soon.
Actually,
right?
We know. Actually, we know.
Do we know?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't. We can't release it yet, but yeah, we are gonna do a really cool artist next, and yeah, so if this kind of interaction is something that you like, definitely keep an eye out, because we want you to interact with us. If you have any ideas like the survey, which I thought was really cool and I really want to do again, we will be doing that. But again, this is new. This is kind of a new type of engagement that we're kind of trying out, and yeah, it's cool. It's really cool.
Okay, I can give the usual hint about the next artist, like hidden hint.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll say that it's many, many, many colors.
Okay. Yeah, many colors. Okay.
Yeah, colors.
Fantastic. Oh, again, do you want to say any closing thoughts, Rune, Eleonora?
No, yeah, thank you, everyone. We are sorry. We are in technological experimentation. Go ahead, Ron. Go.
There's a delay, and I apologize. I'm sorry. So it seems like I'm cutting you off. I'm really not. But yeah, no. I just want to thank everyone for joining in and coming and experiencing this, and thank you also for visiting this space. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I also want to thank everyone for being in all the different platforms that we're using. I want to say that every time that we have the show at the end of the month, I always have a lot of, it's a good day for me. So I think that it's very, it says a lot that I wake up and I'm happy that I'm going to do this. And also I want to say that, I'm very happy that we presented the body of work of this artist who's really changing the perception and they're changing art, the approach to art. Their art is very monumental. I think that it will stay in the art books forever. And also I think that when art pieces and an artist, again, I want to repeat, take you to this point where you are debating with yourself, within yourself, and are capable of letting you discover pieces of yourself that you didn't know about. I mean, that they were there, but you didn't know about. That is art. So I'm very happy about this one. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, thanks everyone for coming. This is this is quite crazy. It's quite fun. Definitely, check out the space. Again, it's Arium is a blast, and you should definitely go in and take a look. And keep in mind that we do this every month, like I said, and we really would love you to come for the next one. And yeah, join us in the Well Discord. Come hang out. We're always there, mostly, and so. Come hang out and yeah, until next time, we will see you, and we thank you. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Thank you.